Welcome back to We're Not Really Here. Half-time at the Etihad Stadium, and the score currently stands Manchester City 1, Tottenham Hotspurs 0. Guardiola ahead just at the moment as we reach the halfway point. Here to get into that half, Joleon, Lescott and Nedum Onuoha. Joleon, I think Manchester City will be happy going in at half-time.
Oh, of course, yeah, going in with a lead. Obviously, you're always happy. Probably not as many chances as you would have thought, but still in control. Great block there from Sanchez towards the end of the half, and as I said, not fortunate, but deservedly going in at 1-0.
You said there not loads of chances, but actually felt a bit more of an open game. One from what I was expecting, Nedum. You know, you can, as we alluded to at the start, they've definitely come at us a little bit more, and it felt a bit like a basketball game.
Yeah, he certainly did. But credit to both sides, because they're not just throwing the attackers forward and whatever and leaving themselves open at the back. There is still the game, the movement, the moment is still being contested. I think for Spurs, yes, they do have players coming in behind and so on, but as soon as they get the opportunity to go forward, you're looking at Kane, looking at Son, looking at Lamela, looking at Lucas as well, and they're going full speed. But I think, which is credit to City, I think they anticipated that. So as a consequence, it's not a 3v3, 4v4. They're still managing to have some at times some sort of an overload defensively. And they're swarming on people in the right areas because they know how important it is for Spurs to be able to get that head of steam.
I know you mentioned that actually when you two were watching, saying that the desire from the City players at the to crowd the ball in those moments is I mean, it's dedicated, the hard work that goes into that.
Yeah,
the
that's
commitment.
the thing. Probably don't get enough credit for that.
Yeah.
Because as I said, we see them dominate possession in games, and the transition, the amount of bodies that get back and want to get back and win the ball. Like if you look at Jesus, he's what they recognise number 9, but he hasn't been playing like it. There's many a time where he's the first back, preventing the attack and delaying it. So there's a lot of credit and hard work, like you said, that goes into that.
We of course had the Harry Kane free kick, which rattled the crossbar, but then after that, kind of we found our flow and resulted in the penalty. I mean, first of all, clear penalty for you, Nedum.
I think it was a penalty, and I see why the ref gave it. And then when you look at the video, it would take a lot to overturn it. I think he's clipped his right heel before he's got on the ball. So because it's gone in that order, I can see why it's given. In real time, I wasn't sure if it was a penalty or whatever. But looking back at the video, I think that's fair enough.
Yeah, real time. Again, I wasn't sure, and I don't know if it would have been overturned if had the ref not give it.
I think
it wasn't a clear and obvious error either way. Either decision should have stood what the referee gave him for what he saw, and overall obviously positive that we got the penalty and scored.
We all looked at each other thinking, should we have all put our houses on the Edison 4-1?
It's a sucker bet. It's a sucker bet. Never to be seen that. Never to be seen.
It was Rodri that stepped up. I was surprised to see it was Rodri. I mean, or was it?
I was again surprised. Yes, because you just wouldn't have predicted a defensive-minded player taking it, but like Nedum said, he's recognised the weak link and kicked it towards Lloris's hands.
Hold on a second. If you can find the footage where I said that, then I'll own it. But that was
Memory
not the case.
bank.
That was not the
Cerebro.
case. You were surprised. Listen, let me dive. Let me escape that for a second. But obviously, it's a good penalty because he scored. But Lloris is going to think he could have done better, and it seems like he's not necessarily his most confident right now.
100%. I think if a keeper gets his fingertips to it, you're thinking not so much, but it's hit him in the wrist. Yeah. So he's obviously predicted it to go there, ready, and then for whatever reason hasn't been able to keep it out of the net. And
but, I've got to say this though. So you said we were surprised when we saw Rodri step up, but then we wouldn't have been surprised if we saw Edison step up. But we've never seen Edison take a penalty, and Rodri's probably played more passes to make you think that he can pass it into the corner.
I don't think Edison's going up there to pass it into no corner. I think he's going to rifle it in the net, because you can't pass that in there and then catch it stays in play, and then all of a sudden it's a counter.
But then with that, some of the penalties which you've missed recently have been rifled into row whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so why does that not play into your mind?
Nah, because I just think, again, I think it goes into the fact of I'm not caring enough. I'm not trying to be too precise. For whatever reason, I felt Gundogan was being too precise with his penalty, and obviously it goes over. But again, Rodri, too precise, but on the floor, stays in.
This is why we can't talk about penalties, because
it's so comfortable for us. We're not talking from experience.
I mean, exactly. My only question off it will be, though, say if Rodri does miss that, does that then become it feels like it's a collective?
And then teams start fouling in the box.
They're all right having a penalty.
You let someone through a goal, you just kick them down.
Again, obviously we're joking, but you say that. But if you've missed the penalty recently, you want a chance of redemption.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
you want that chance, but in this team when you've got 9 other players that could take up penalty and believe they can score,
Yeah.
you're not going to get that redemption.
Yeah.
The conveyor belt's going round, and again, if Rodri misses, it's going to go back to Sergio, Kevin De Bruyne when they're fit. Then it's coming to Gundogan, Raheem, so. Yeah, again, there's going to be a time where hopefully Phil Foden is on pens.
Yeah, fingers crossed. After that, then again, as you say, Joleon, it felt quite controlled. Not any more clear-cut chances, kind of definite.
No.
So I question to you both as we go into the second half. What do you think City could maybe do to maybe try and create a few of those more, clear-cut chances, as we say?
I think they've gotten into good areas. I think they've had quite a few touches in the opposition box. I liked it when, say, you said the block from Sanchez was a good block, and it was a great block. Because I think it was Gundo, he's made a good connection in the right spot, but the defenders have thrown himself into the right area. But I think that comes from having a bit of a sense of urgency to maybe running behind and stretch the game. Because Spurs overall are happy to keep bodies behind the ball. Mm-hmm. But like I said to Joleon, and this is on the record now, your formation counts for nothing when you're running back towards your own goal, because you've got so many other concerns instead of, can I deal with this? Can I get to here? Can I do that? And that's when teams are at their most vulnerable. And I think Sterling has exploited that a little bit.
And they said Davis did nothing wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
You just can't defend someone that is that fast.
Yeah.
And then he's obviously got to a point where he can't reach, and the decisions are made and they're the right ones.
Yeah, you bring more of that. And the fact is, obviously, Spurs are still in with a chance, and they do still believe they can come on the counter.
Yeah.
But those runs back after maybe you're 2-0 down or you go 3-0 down, they get just that little bit harder, yeah.
So, off that then, Joleon, the next goal is kind of very crucial to this game, do you think? Or
100%, yeah, for momentum change and all that stuff. But again, Spurs will be disappointed to be going in 1-0 because you're losing, but they won't be disappointed with their performance. Yes, they've had moments where they've stopped City, and let's be honest, they've nullified them to minimal chances to what we've seen recently, and they've just not been clinical in their next 3 passes after they've regained possession.
Yeah.
It's been like bitty. It's just been behind someone or just bobbled into someone, and they're not able to control it.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, now City have got an extra 2-3 players back, and now you're kind of, it's not a transition, it's possession. And we know Spurs are not that comfortable in possession in terms of a final third higher thing.
Interesting. Okay, well, second half is on the way here at the Etihad now. Before we leave you to go and enjoy that, and we are going to take a look at our mystery blue and find out what Joleon's guess is. So here is the one we're trying to work out today. Remember, WNRH is the hashtag on Twitter to send us in your guesses. So, Joleon, you felt when you first saw it, you said straight away, just have a little Candace. Yeah? Who's your guess? Go on, what's your guess, Joleon?
My guess is Yaya Toure. I see the armband on there.
Okay.
I'm going to guess Yaya. Looks like a Champions League game.
Nice. Nedum, do you want to jump a guess, or are you going to side with Joleon, do you think?
I have to side with Joleon because he's my defensive partner, so as a consequence, wherever he goes, I support him.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Okay, well, Tom is neither confirmed or denied, if you are correct, so full-time. Come join us, and we'll find out if Joleon got that correct. I think,
mostly Joleon.
Yeah,
mostly Joleon.
And we just want to leave you with this really wonderful little clip. So we've got a load of our junior blues watching and celebrating the goals as they go in, and we managed to get this great reaction from our junior blues when Rodri scored that penalty. Have a little look.
Come on, City, come on! Come on, City, come on!
Middle row on the right, that reminds me of a younger version of me, I think, giving it.
Well, we won't talk about your antics out there during the first half.
Hopefully that's not on video.
No, that won't be. But all anyone needs to know is I'm trying to, give it my best.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? For all the fans
We're
that
really
here,
by the way.
We're definitely here,
yeah. Cheeky and everyone definitely knows that we're down there. All right, full time, come join us, and hopefully we will be talking about a Manchester City win. Come on, City.